now on Triad today, and it's my honor to introduce you to the gentleman next to me. He has been on here before, but a lot of times he's not on here because he's doing so much good in the community. James Seramba is a certified financial planner. He is the go-to guy in this area, but most of the time he just says, Jim, don't put me on, put somebody else on that can talk about a community event or this kind of thing. I want to welcome you back and also thank you for your community support.
No problem.
It's great.
Pleasure.
And this is sort of a combination thing because even though he's here today, what does he do? He says, we're going to talk about Breakfast with Santa. This sounds exciting. What is Breakfast with Santa?
Breakfast with Santa is our third annual event. We basically host it at Paramount Country Club, and we ask community members to come by, have breakfast with us. Santa Claus drops by at about 9:30, makes appearance for the children, photo op, sit on Santa's knee and ask for...
Isn't that cool? And it's Starmat. Now, this is what date?
It's on the 16th of December.
Saturday, December 16th.
And it's from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. As I said, Santa will be there from 9:30 to 11:30 with a photographer, and the children can come and visit with Santa.
Now, here's the hook, as we say in the business. I mean, a lot of people do Santa-type things, and that's great. And the story could stop there. But this gentleman sitting next to me has gone one step further. He is asking, and has done so in the past successfully, adults to bring unwrapped gifts, as I understand. Now, what's that all about?
We're asking adults to bring unwrapped gifts because we basically support the Guild for Children and Family Services. They have a number of shelters that children are in this time of year. So we basically take the unwrapped gifts, and I have a wish list. So if somebody RSVPs, I can actually forward them a wish list from the children.
That's great.
And we then collect the gifts, we wrap them, and we distribute them at a party at a later time. We also collect the gifts for the Toys for Tots program for the Marine Corps.
Gotcha.
And they require them to be unwrapped.
The Marine Corps does?
Correct, because they'll wrap them later and distribute them to underprivileged children in the community.
But I think it's good they're unwrapped because, I mean, it saves you time and you can bring in a nice gift that you've brought from the store. And I just think this is great. And I think you've coordinated this through Family Services. Is that right? One of the folks?
The Guild for Children and Family Services and Toys for Tots. But we just do it every year.
Do it every year anyway. And I think the Urban Ministry is getting in on this a little bit, too, in case people want to make cash donations.
Cash
right.
donations. We collect funds on behalf of the Urban Ministry to support their soup kitchen or homeless shelter.
Right.
And we match those funds 50 cents on a dollar up to $1,000 from us personally. So we can collect $2,000. We'll give a check for $3.
What I want to ask a personal thing, and then we'll come back to the Santa thing and how you can. We'll put a phone number up in a minute. But what was your first experience with Santa as a kid? Did you go to a shopping mall, or you're grinning? Was it a store? Did you get scared of Santa, or?
I think it was Macy's, and I was pretty small, maybe 3 or 4 years old, and I don't think I liked it too much.
Yeah, me either. My first encounter was last year, and I was kicking and screaming as they tried to put me on his lap. No, it's interesting. Now, where did you grow up again?
I grew up in Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. Okay, so Macy's was big up there. Yeah. Let's go back to the event. There's a phone number that you can call. Now, a lot of times people won't write these things down. They'll just go to websites and things. But let's go over this, 549-7014. 549-7014. Director J. Paul has that information on screen for you. This is an important number because you said you do want people to RSVP, right?
Right. We're going to be having breakfast, as I said, so I just needed to have a head count. It's a drop-by. You don't have to be there for the whole time.
And you don't have to pay for the breakfast, right?
No, I'm sponsoring it.
Okay, so it's fully sponsored. But one of the reasons we're doing RSVP is because then that will enable people to find out about this wish list. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but off the top of your head, can you mention a couple of types of things that people you'll share with them on the wish list of things they could bring?
Warm winter clothing, coats, just clothing, basic toys for children ranging from 2 years old, actually infants, all the way up to 16-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, I guess final question is, do you have a personal motivation in this as to why you want to do it? There's so many things that a person can get involved with charity-wise. Why did this something you did starting several years ago?
Well, I just became apprised of the fact that there's a lot of children that are in shelters this time of year, and I don't think anybody should be passed by Santa.
Good man. All right, call that number, folks, 549-7014, and have breakfast with Santa, and take your kid and have the photos taken. And remember, when you're doing that, you're helping lots of other kids. Thanks to this man, James Seramba. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, sir.
And we'll see you next time.